let's have a chat. Part 2. Oh, put a little popcorn on. Oh, what's the point of the video? I just want to have a little sit down and a little chat because I said I'd do it over a course of whatever time I said I would, and I haven't made one for a time, so I can now put this in a playlist on my YouTube channel. That would be nice. What I want to talk about is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time, but I've never really had the guts to talk about it, mostly because I've always wanted to get my facts straight, and I've always wanted to make sure that I'm not just like causing a scene and being dramatic regarding it, because it's something that I can personally relate with. And that is the notion of body image, particularly male body image within the gay community, because it is such a big thing, and I know it has been talked about by various other people. Other YouTubers have talked about it. It's been in blogs and articles, especially some, if you follow me on Twitter, I have been sharing them. But I just want to relay my personal experience with it because I think it's something that I feel I'm coming to terms with consciously, but I still think that even though I'm consciously aware of it, I feel that makes it a little bit worse because I still do things that, even though I'm consciously aware of it, I shouldn't be doing. That doesn't really make sense, I realise, but let me explain, and it may do. So you find that within gay lifestyle magazines and on television, gay characters are always portrayed by these people who have steel-board, washboard abs, and like these biggest pecs that if you poke them, you probably will get a sore finger because it freaking hurts to poke it because they're that hard. And that is just not a realistic image of a gay person, a person in general. And the fact that they are what are getting thrown into young people's minds, again, like with females, when they see models who are really thin and young girls impressionable and they want to look like that. It's the same for guys. But people don't seem to think it happens as much because guys don't really want to talk about the feelings that much. Me personally, right, okay, I get told this all the time. Yes, I am slim. I am slim. I'll admit to that. But the way I see myself in the mirror is not that. I look at myself, and the way my body is, I have this curvature, and basically my bum sticks out, and then my tummy sticks out. Though I am slim, I look down, and I see this belly poking out, and I'm just like, no, I want to be slimline. I want to have tone definition bodies. I want to look like what I see in the magazines, what I see. What's worse is I've just got back from LA, and Jesus Christ, that is the most impressionable and judgmental city ever, and we were staying in West Hollywood, and you just walk round Santa Monica Boulevard, the guys you see, oh my god, they either live in the gym, or they are just naturally gifted with a body like that. It's insane. And you walk, I was walking around hunched up, really self-conscious. It's, The frustrating thing is, I find that there is a shallowness around it though, because you could have such a really good relationship with somebody, but to you, physically, they aren't attributed the way that you define what a masculine gay male should look like because of what you've been indoctrinated with by the media. And it's really sad. Like, really sad. But what's worse is people start making themselves ill because of it. I personally, I've never admitted this to anybody, but there was a time last year where I did actually buy some, they were pills. They were like, I don't know, they were meant to be like mass building, fat burning pills. I was only when I realised that it was a blatant scam, and I never used them. Never used them. I researched into it and realised, John, you've been duped. Never used them, but the fact that I consciously went and bought them because I wanted to make myself look better. Well, in my opinion, I wanted to make myself look better. I wanted to look in the mirror and be satisfied with what I saw reflecting back at me. It's quite a scary and worrying thing. And the fact that I know that I am not the only person who suffers this. When I was younger, I was a fat kid. I was a fat kid. And I lost lots of weight. I know friends of mine within the YouTube community have spoken about this themselves, is you grow up and even though you are slim, physically you are slim, you get told you're slim, you get told you're really attractive, you have this really bad self-consciousness. You are hypersensitive to the fact that there's a possibility that you could end up going back to the way you once were, and that is by all means what you do not want. But what's aggravating is you still see within gay culture this ideology that you have to look like this, otherwise you're not going to get a boyfriend. And it's not fair because it's totally untrue. I read an article, it was a blog post and it is on my Twitter, regarding someone who did feel like that and hated their body but could still manage to pull, per se, guys who looked like an Adonis. And they didn't care, which in itself feels a bit like an oxymoron. It's an ongoing debate and it's really bizarre, but I feel like the media and us as people have a responsibility to make people aware that this is not how it needs to be. You don't need to look like that. You are beautiful in your own skin. Yes, of course, if you want to make yourself feel happier, then by all means, eat healthier, exercise more, but don't go to crazy ways of getting... And that's the only way I could describe that because I was really struggling for the words. I mean, for me, okay, I want to show you this curvature. So, 2 secs. This might not be pretty. See what I mean? My back curves and then my stomach pops out. And it's a little bit discouraging. That is my body. Yes, I am slim. I know I'm slim. But I still look down and see this curve. Again, like I was saying, it's a conscious thing. I am conscious that I'm slim. But I am conscious that I don't like the way I look in my body. Which makes the fact that I know I'm slim, but I want to look better, makes it all much more crazy for my head. But it is an ongoing thing, I feel, that people need to learn to love their bodies. I need to learn to love my body. I know that there's people out there who do find me attractive, and that's not me being boastful. I do know that. I just feel like a responsibility needs to be taken because young people are unwell because of this impression that they've got in their brain due to what's in the magazines, what's on television, what they see as perfection and what they should look like compared to what they do look like. It's all wrong. What do you all think? Till next time, bye.
JohnBirdMedia.